Very excited to get this flooring because it means we can get started on the build. Got ourselves some flooring. Are you ready to do this?
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's a little heavy,
I know we still have some more like finish work to do, but if we at least cut it into place,
maybe more manageable.
It'll be easier to maneuver, maybe. This coin flooring comes in a really big roll, and now we are going to rough cut it into place. We aren't quite finished with the prep, but to make this more manageable so that it stores correctly in here, we're gonna rough cut it. We know that it is actually a little bit too wide, see right there, for the space. Ready?
I think so.
This is nice and flexible. It's a lot less stiff than I thought it was gonna be. That's gonna make it much easier to unroll, cut to the right length this way, and sort of mock into place to cut out the wheel wells and all the excess along this side. Look how bendy it is. It's nice and flexible. I can see the potential already. Oh, I'm so pleased. Cost benefit analysis. This cost us, including taxes and everything, about $300. I'll put a link in the description below to the Home Depot stuff that we use, but I really see the potential here. I know it still needs to be cut, but I'm excited. All right, whew, hot. I am gonna start dragging this back into the back of Dreamboat. Let's see. It's so awesome.
Should have some extra.
I'm so excited. Order of operations. So what I think we should do is we should cut off all the excess at the bulkhead.
Yep.
Here, so it lays a little flatter.
Yep.
And then I think we can roll this back up over the wheel well to get it to lay more flat and start cutting. What would you like to use for cutting?
I'm gonna test a knife versus scissors on the corners because of the curves we absolutely don't need up in the corners there, that scrap, so.
Nice. Oh, that cuts pretty nicely.
Seeing if I could freehand a pretty much straight line.
Mostly.
It's close.
Wow, you're trying to cut it with scissors. That's such a narrow little piece. How is that?
It's hard to cut straight because the little circles mess with you.
My goal right now is to make a relief cut down where the wheel well rises up. It won't be the final cut. I have to make a relief cut so that every time we move in here, it doesn't tug it in a different direction, and we'll wind up with cuts in the wrong place if we try to make finish cuts to start out.
Well, there's plenty of excess, so we have room to make really leave extra everywhere and then fine cut it. I do plan to coat the wheel wells in this material. I just plan to do it with some aluminum trim to hold stuff in place and to do it after so that the relief cuts can be made. So we're just going to make a relief cut for the corner to drop the material more flat over here. Right, let's roll that back towards me, and then we will see how if we can get it seated lower in the middle here. It's a lot more pliable than I thought it was going to be. Andrew's gonna give that a little tug. To pull out the excess a little bit. Good. I'm just using my body weight to anchor this down a little bit, so when he's pulling it through the wheel well gap, we don't completely pull it too far this direction, making the bulkhead short of material. Let's do another 3-coin relief cut. There we go, preliminary cut of excess. We need to work the wheel wells down nice and smooth and keep pushing the excess material towards the back where we can cut off the curve. That's gonna look so good, especially when we get the wheel wells covered in it. Oh man, it's so fresh and nice looking.
Cut's pretty easy, and if you're very slow and careful, you can cut it in a pretty straight line just by watching the knife move.
see Andrew is totally soaked to the skin. There's definitely trimming that still needs to happen, but we have made some significant progress, and boy, does that really sharpen up the look of things in here. You can see that we still have some fine tuning to do, and that's just fine. But I think we have to call it quits for the day. All right, guys, we have rough cut this in. I can't do a detailed cut because it's starting to rain, and we need to get all the pieces and stuff that usually we store in here for his build inside before they get totally ruined and totally wet.
Yep.
So
the good news is you can put some weight on this floor.
yes, absolutely. Weigh it down. We will slowly just like I'm slowly redoing the windows a little bit at a time each week, making a little bit of progress on that front. We'll continue with the floor front, but what a visual impact.
Yeah, it's an improvement for sure.
Yeah, it is so hot, but we are going to cut the pieces probably tomorrow for the wheel wells so that we can spray glue and screw, or spray glue and staple, whatever we decide, I don't know, and get those clad too. So everything has a uniform look to it. Stick with us, there's more to come. Please like, subscribe, click that notification bell for more Airstream Wheeler content.
Thanks for watching.